welcome back to our coverage of the 2020 Bunnings New Zealand Secondary Schools Touch Championships held here at Rotorua International Stadium in Rotorua. We have to take our hat off to Hawaka College, who has just won the mixed section, beating Mahurangi 7-6. But right now, we bring you the final of our girls section. It's last year's winners, Hamilton Girls High, going up against a very strong Westlake Girls High in this women's grand final. I'm looking forward to the match we have up for us today. We have two very strong teams. Hamilton Girls High, like I said, are last year's champions, and with the coaching staff of Holly Graham, Morgan Morrows and Mitta Graham as well, they have a very strong foundation in there. Sitting next to me, I have my co-commentator, Grant Robinson. Your thoughts on this women's final today, mate?
Off the back of what we just saw in the mixed final, this I feel is just going to get better and better. These two teams come through pool play nice and strong. I liked what I've seen. I've seen Westlake a couple of times, ably led, I think, through Holly Williams and Charlie Foster, just to name a couple of the ones that I've seen, and they've been prominent in the PTL tournaments that we just ran as well with Northern Strikers. But as we say, that the 07 Heat, which was a new team in the PTLs, is flooded through that Hamilton girls team as well. So this is going to be one to watch.
And just imagine having the opportunity to play a competition which is probably going to be the strongest club competition we have here in New Zealand in the PTLs, to have your influx of high school players coming through and then coming out and playing this New Zealand secondary schools. I mean, I look at the likes of Holly Williams for this Westlake side, and she was pivotal in her team at the PTLs, and she's still in high school. Same thing with Mary Yeremia Allen for this Hamilton Girls High side. She was a key player in their PTL side. But let's just look at our names we've got on this list. Westlake Girls, we've got Carla Stevenson at 1, and like we were talking about, Holly Williams at number 2, and at number 6 there's the other name, Charlie Foster, two of the key players. But it won't just rest on their shoulders. We know the coaches, Kim Anaka Bailey, Joel Foster as well. They will have some very good policies within their ranks in their team. So this Westlake side, a strong North Harbour team. They play together a lot. And as we can see, this Hamilton Girls High, I mean, they won last year. Here's their team list. They have Keita Modi Oho Paiko at number 1. Amani Shepherd at number 2. And we have another Modi Oho Paiko in at number 10. And there's that Mary Yeremia Allen at number 11. Very, very strong player. So is the number 16 to Daquan Taina Cordia. Those are just a couple of the names that I recognise just off the paper itself. But here's our 2-minute music. We also have, I won't call him our 2-minute man, but he is our expert, Mr. George Albert Yonke. He is come with us in the commentators box at the moment with some clear, key, vital information to share with us throughout the match.
Oh, kia ora, Kimo. It's good to be back up here, mate. I've just dried off. I felt like I was at the Surf Life-Saving Champs commentating down there. I just got drenched with the Howick coach and Howick captain, who did a great job winning the mixed final. And now I'm ready for action to check out these ladies. The vibe is really good on the sideline and in the crowd. They're ready for the action. It's going to be a great game.
Yes, it is. And like we see here, we have Westlake. They will be starting off with ball in hand. Now there are two 15-minute halves. And I'm just looking at this Hamilton Girls High D-line. They're very, very tight to begin the game. Something we've seen throughout this weekend, Grant, with our women's. Almost inviting the players to throw that long ball. If you can manage to get the ball from that mid position to the winger, you almost deserve to score the try.
Yeah, what that's probably leading to, from my perspective, is they'll stay tight, structured defence for the start, put pressure on, and they know that they've got the speed to rush out and cover that space should it come to that. But yeah, really put the pressure through that midsection to try and keep that Westlake Girls High team away from that goal line.
Yeah, and Georgie, you would have been out there on the park when you were interviewing the mixed champs. What's the weather like? What's the pitch like down there on our field?
I tell you what, it's really hot, like all this action out there. Nice, good hands there, but very hot action out there, but there is a breeze. So when we talked about the long balls and all that, so let's talk about 15 years ago playing in this tournament. It was just a racehorse race. The fastest girls usually won the tournament, but the skill set of these young ladies today is phenomenal. Most of these girls can chuck long balls 15 to 20 meters, can get down nice and low with dive plays, sweep plays. We'll be ready for anything today.
And that's why we are so adamant that these are very good competitions, because we're seeing the skill level of our New Zealand players just getting better and better every year. But Hamilton there with an early mistake in this match, giving the ball away to Westlake girls in very good position of the field. Not something you want early on in this final.
No, not at all, but it's one thing. What we don't want is a repeat of those little mistakes, which we did see a little in that mixed final. So what we'll be looking for is strong execution, high percentage plays, as we see Westlake get to roll right in on that 7. Quick 3-3 dump, release in the link channel. Looks like we've got a dot down. I'm going to call that one for Rickiana Hawkins, number 15, Westlake girls, gets an early one on the board.
Talk us through that try, G-Man, because it was a beautifully well-worked piece.
Oh, it's all off the speed of the momentum here. Quick pick up from dummy half and choppers. Everyone running their lines, given the option for the ball player. So had two options on her left, to the chopper or out wide. Look at this, beautiful play. No one stopping her. Number 15, great touchdown.
You have to take your hat off to the touch IQ. Everyone just knowing what lines they have to run and how fast they have to run them. That's why both these teams are in this final right now.
And it takes years of experience, mate. These girls have been playing for a long time. The coaching staff's put in a lot of work. These guys going through a lot of programs, so it takes hours and hours of training to get to this level, what these young ladies are at today.
Yeah, and Westlake there just managed to D this Hamilton girls side high, Hamilton girls side out. They are now on the go forward with some very good yardage upfield. But Hamilton girls just posing some one-off defenders and doing very well to make those touches.
Yeah, nice work. Charlie Foster here, leading from the front, driving, setting a nice platform, gets a pass back, looks to step, feedback in. Is there space in there? Great touch by Walker from Hamilton girls. Good pressure in there, which released 6 touch. Hamilton girls looking to release out now, get to their sub box. Strong work through here, good yardage play, getting a little bit lost. Good pick up there by Hamilton girls, good speed through the middle now, starting to get momentum in. Driving through that midsection of the field, looking to pick up off the back end of this. Scoops, comes back to 4-on-3, look to scoop through, doesn't release. Nice defense by Westlake.
Yeah, you talk about the good defense by Westlake. You also have to talk about the attack by Hamilton Girls High. They did manage to go coast to coast, and here they are setting up a fly D. There's no partner on that second one, but they do manage to still make the touch. So here they are, 3 touches, still only 10 meters away from the halfway. Very good defensive work being put in here by Hamilton Girls High. But a great extra pass by Westlake. They managed to get behind the defenders. We have a scoop through. We've found the gap. Can't you find an open player with the beautiful dive? What a try by our number 9, Allie Minton. Great awareness. Georgie, talk us through the try.
Oh, coast to coast, mate. Here it goes. Just speed to burn. Getting in behind with a flick-off pass. And look at that. Fast as going through the gap. Minton. What a mint touchdown. Beautiful work there. They were going through the field and the defense was just sending up one defender. And then all of a sudden they realized that was happening. The flick on led to a beautiful try at the end of that set of 6.
Yeah, and the speed in which Westlake ran that play is what helped them, because they caught those middles offside. But we have Hamilton side here with a nice little dive. They are calling the player offside, so Hamilton, they do get one back here. Score now 2-1. Grunter, talk us through that try. It was beautiful, well-worked piece.
Yeah, here we see just driving through in that, looks to release. Player tries to shoot Holly Williams from the short side. Called it play on. Nice low dive, and that's the skill sets you were talking about early on, Georgie.
Yeah, Whakalilu, big girl, moving around the field like she's got twinkle toes. That's awesome. She's been a star this year. She's been a star last year. I'm looking forward to seeing her. Whatever sport she plays, she's going to be solid and carving.
Yeah, just noting on her bio there, played Condor Sevens, Premier Netball, Girls Touch There is great balance of sports here, which is the awesome part of the secondary schools. So many talented players across multiple codes, giving the opportunities. As we see, a great dive and play, but equally good defense by girls high. Looking to release early, get over to that sub box. A little bit of pressure by Westlake girls. Good footwork and drive. I think that's Jeremiah Allen. Gets the platform for the girls high to get over halfway. Touches up their sleeve. Getting in, needing a good platform off the back end here with the 3-3 in the middles. Number 7 looks to beat the play. Nice structured defense by Westlake. Didn't look like they were in too much trouble there.
Yeah, and what I like about this, it's been 6 minutes of the game so far, and there's only been one error. You give that one away because it's fifth and final. You got nothing to lose to chuck that one away. But if you go back 2 minutes in the game, there was one error there, and here's number 2. But going back to that error, it was due to a push off the mark. So what the referees have done, they've made a statement on how hard you can touch in this game. So we expect a nice physical game with a lot of ambition here.
Look, you look at that try attempt, and it was a very well-worked move by Hamilton, but you take your hat off to that Westlake defender. She read it very early because she was very tight, and she did not ball watch or anything. She turned and sprinted out to her winger, making sure she got there on time to make the touch. Great work by Westlake defensively. Obviously, very well coached in their defensive policies. But now we have Hamilton on the attack. It looks like they're setting up for a 32 pick. No, they don't. They go mid, trying to catch that mid offside, but they can't do it. So Westlake now be looking to make some very good yards outside of their half. Can they do it? We've seen Hamilton. They like to fly up on defence.
Yeah, really doing well, Hamilton here, getting Westlake caught behind and really pushing up there, giving them the opportunity. I'm not sure. I see Westlake, their go-to platform is obviously to get their subbers off quickly. They release early, I think, putting them under a little bit of pressure as we see the turnover and get Hamilton girls now on and over the advantage line. They get just over into the channel towards their sub box, looking to bring on the fresh players. Can see Jeremiah Allen coming on. She'll be a key to this Hamilton girls team. Just bringing out, here we are, Jeremiah Allen into number 5, Sampson. Jeremiah Allen on the pickup, looks to release, gets some play on. Beats the outside link for Westlake girls. Referee steps back, awards that try. Nice structure in that play, Kimo.
Yeah, and again, it just comes back to Jeremiah Allen's pace and recognition of where the holes were. Manages to get on the outside of her player, which lets her dumper get on the outside of her player, which was just a nice little short pass, and that levels up our scores. Hamilton 2, Westlake 2. We're in for a battle today, guys. Hamilton asking the question of whether it was off the mark. Referee agreeing. So Hamilton now with a good attacking set just coming out of their half.
Yeah, and this goes back to those plays where Hamilton's only sending one flyer, which is putting Westlake in the opportunity to give the flick-ons, but then there becomes risk in play. So what's actually happened, there's 2 times that's happened where they can get in behind, but both times they create an error.
Great insight there from our expert, George Albert Yonke. We have a scoop through here. She's found a hole. She needs to find an open player. Did she get to it? Great honesty by our Westlake toucher, defender. The ref just asked the question, did you make the touch? Straight away, she waves it off. Great sportsmanship. That's what we're all about. And again, it's Jeremiah Allen with a beautiful scoop and just timing it to perfection. Sorry, that was not Jeremiah Allen.
Amani Shepherd.
Amani Shepherd with the pace to burn and the nice little show just to give the defender an option on whether she wanted to dive, and she did. It was almost a fake for her, so beautiful work by Hamilton to take the lead 3-2. We now have Westlake hot on attack, looking to attack those link channels, bring it back to the middle. I like what they're doing, just trying to stretch this field out, looking for the extra pass. They can't find it there.
Yeah, Stevenson and Foster here just working in the middle, peering, looking to draw the defense up, looks to release open and bounce out on that side, and yes, they have caught them napping a little bit there. Nice setup play by Charlie Foster and Carla Stevenson results in a great touchdown try for Briar Hadfield, number 12 for Westlake girls.
Yeah, Foster did good work to take it over to the right side. It looked like all the action was going to be there. She did a nice little shift, pick up with a body movement, working out to the left side. Speed was always going to beat the defender that was over squeezed, and great touchdown to Westlake.
Yeah, you got to take your hat off to that link, who was already running that outside channel when the pass comes, so she was already on the front foot. Hamilton here will be looking to make up for that mistake on defence. They do. They run a 33 peel in the middle. They've got gap on the outside. Wasn't early enough to pass, though. Westlake asking the question, was it played at, or did she chuck it at my head?
Well, she takes the hooks for that one, isn't it? That's number 11, Zara Hooks. Puts her body on the line there, stops the touchdown, and we've got a repeat set.
Oh, I like the strength in the touch. Just making it hard for Hamilton to play the ball. They play the OZ, bounce out on that left side. She manages to get the gap, but she can't beat that inside defender.
Yeah, beautiful scramble there by Westlake. They've got to keep it up here to break that deadlock, get the ball back in hand, and get down the other end of the field. Here we go. Sweeping play, going back to the open side. It's a foot race.
It was a foot race. Who won? Oh, and again, it's that same issue. The ground is very dry. She went for the dive and just bobbled it towards the end there. But what a pass out to the wing, and what a read. Yeah, she was just short and it bobbled. But what a chase by Luciana Wilton from Westlake. She really put the pressure on that Hamilton player to force that mistake, I found.
Yeah, and that's a coach's dream, you know, dig it in right to the end. She gave everything, and the odds of her getting there were very slight, but then she stopped a touchdown. That's beautiful to see.
Great defence there in the end. Thought Holly Williams was going to dummy and go through. Passed off, but Hamilton girls up to the task there. Quick transition, and we have them getting right to their sub box. Little strong in the ruck. Yep, gave that opportunity for the referee to call. Not straight, not square. And that's allowed Westlake off the hook. They're going to work just in a pairing here, just the two players while everyone else gets off.
Yeah, and as the game's being played, our referees today are Rochelle Tamarua, Caleb Downs, and Cameron Wooten. A very strong refereeing combo. They've been very, very dominant throughout this match. They're doing a great job. We've got an outside little ninja here, and touchdown to Westlake Girls. Georgie, let's have a look back at this and just explain to us what they did to score the try here.
Oh, it was a beautiful play. Once again, momentum, little shift with the old ninja play. Bounce on the outside of the link, and how's that for a nice grounding of the ball? Hadfield takes them up to 4-3. What a game.
Yeah, and it just goes to show the variety that this Westlake Girls side have on attack. I mean, they're not just sticking to their same old scoop step back. They're running a lot of 33 peels, a lot of backdoor plays as well, and then they come in with a sneaky little ninja. It's good to see. Hamilton on their toes at the moment with being down by 1 point. Nice little pass there. She gets through the gap. Great body shape to get through the hole. Not only does she get through the hole, she gets the try as well.
That is down to the great part of our game, honesty. Winger in there, great position by the defensive winger, but just did not make connection. Great chop line. Let me see. Paige Walker. How good is that?
I'll tell you what, this is great stuff. This has got to be the Afi game of the tournament. There's been 3 touchdowns for us. It looks like they've been touches, but the honesty of the players is creating a good atmosphere. I'm loving it, guys. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I have to take my hat off to Amani Shepherd there. Just that nice little pump fake before she threw the ball was just enough to give that link enough time to shape herself into that hole. But we have Westlake now on the attack. They go for another ninja. She drops the ball for before the line there, but I think they're going to get the penalty. I don't know whether it was for rolling or for offside, but Westlake will be happy either way with 1 minute left in the match.
Oh, Kimmel, if it's not broken, don't try to fix it, mate. It worked last time. They gave it one more crack, and they were within millimetres of scoring another one. Looking long.
Like on the attack, on the outside, they get the ball there with ball down.
Yeah.
Woo! We are on fire, both sides. Every time they get down to that 7 metre, they are looking like they are going to score. And Westlake there, Grant, talk us through this try.
Yeah, this is Charlie Foster. Eyes up, beats the defender, goes open side, realises that winger is just sitting right on that sideline. She had such good body position to turn, catch the ball, dot down so quickly. That is great work as that puts Westlake up 5-4 just as we lead into the half. Can we see Hamilton hit back on this one?
Here they are taking that link channel, and they do with an early dive by Westlake. Hamilton just tie it back up pretty much right on the hooter. And there's our hooter there. It was an early dive by that link, giving Hamilton the easy opportunity to dot down there. 5-all the scoreline. What a match we have on our shoulders here, Georgie.
Oh, I'm loving it, mate. I've been on the edge of my seat this whole game. It's been a wonderful game. Good skills on show. These young ladies are putting everything on the table. You can tell they've been well trained. The systems are very good, very clear. The eyes up play by Charlie. That was a brilliant play there. Oh, I'm just loving what I'm seeing, Grant.
Yeah, normally Georgie very honest, not quite this time because he hasn't been on the edge of his seat the whole time. He's been standing up the whole way. But that's because this is so exciting. Look at these try highlights. It is just back and forth between these two teams. The intensity level, the execution we're seeing is just absolute top level. I am so impressed with this as we see one of the really nice plays here. Great little dive through and play on for Whakalelu. That was great. Elamia Allen got in on the action here on the scoop through. Got the bounce out for her player outside there. Just the skill set on display here is top notch, Kimo.
Yes, Amani Shepherd here with the scoop out on this right side with beautiful little pump fake as well. And then Westlake coming back straight away with this little, it was a 32 long, and she got on the outside of her link, which is what opened up that hole back there. And then Westlake again backing it up with another try. Shepherd with the ninja play. Haven't seen that in a while, but Hamilton Girls High reply with a beautiful chopper line there by their link. And here we have another set play. It's just a pass out to the winger. She caught her unawares, but Hamilton replies straight away with just a little pump fake pass. Link dives too early, opens up that hole for Reese Anderson to dot down, which levels the scores up again. We are in for a major second half. I'm looking forward to what we're about to see. But not only are the players playing very well, but I'm finding it's a very well reffed match at the moment by our reffing team, Rochelle Tamarua, Caleb Downs and Cameron Wooten, doing an amazing job to keep it a free-flowing match at this point in time.
Yeah, I'm just so impressed with the level and the quality of this game. Referees have got it on point. They've obviously built such good relationships with these teams, which is allowing us to see a real free-flowing game. What I'll be interested in is what were those little nuggets, gold nuggets that the coaches put into play. Is there anything to change, or do they just stick to their structures and continue on? It is just about Hamilton girls to tap off here. What do you reckon, Georgie? What are the gold nuggets from the coaches?
Oh, the gold nuggets there will be, I'll be interested to see what Joel says about getting those extras where Hamilton's sending one flyers. Do they take them? Do they do the risk? It's going to be an expensive game, but the drives going through the game is going to be the winner at the end of the day.
Yeah, and here we have Hamilton. They get tap off in the second half. We've got Amani Shepherd in there. Irmia, we've got Nkaya Kepa as well. But again, Whakalelu with that low dive with an early touchdown in the second half. Beautiful work, Grant. Talk us through it.
I thought that was just watching the highlights from the first half. Here she is again on the 33 platform. Stays on that short side because, it's like Georgie said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And we get another repeat. Awesome work there. Hamilton girls just notch one up.
Yeah, you can see how tall Whakalelu is, and where she's placing the ball, her arm is stretched out as far as it can, and that's just touching the line. So she's definitely practiced that dive before.
Yeah, and it's adjustment now with the 7 meters. So it's a little bit of practice, getting the range on that, getting it right, and she's perfected it. The ball's just getting right to the line. It's hard for the defense to get back 7 meters. So I'll expect it to come a few more times in this game.
Yeah, and here we have Westlake hot on the attack. They hit that short side, decide to come back open. Do they play the second phase? They do. There's a huge gap in the middle there. They had a wraparound player, but unable to turn it into points. So Hamilton now, with the lead at 6-5, they'll be looking for a hard set of yards here. They hit that right edge, trying to bring it towards their box. They'll be looking for some fresh players to come on. There's that same player again, Anderson, just getting some good yardage upfield.
Yeah, Reese Anderson has been a standout for me in that first half of driving that yardage plays through the orange zone for Hamilton Girls High, but equally has an opportunity when she gets down to the goal line. But she's been a standout in that in that key skill set for the Hamilton girls.
Yeah, we're talking about these players. They've got a lot of experience. A lot of these girls have come through the grades. They're playing rep stuff. They've been playing for the school for a long time. So a great program there. And if we go to the bench of Hamilton girls with Holly Graham and Morgan Morrow, they're no strangers to the New Zealand scene as well. So with their expertise, they'll be loving what they're seeing out there, and they'll be loving to be in the lead. Here we go. Yep, good defense there by Hamilton girls. Hamilton girls 6-5.
Yeah, and that just come down to policies, because Holly Williams, we know she's a very quality player. She was looking for her open player, but the mirror defense by this Hamilton side, they stuck to their players, didn't give them an opportunity, made it an awkward pass for Holly. Beautiful work there by Hamilton defensively. And not only that, but they get to the penalty here inside their own half. Westlake will need a hard defensive line if they want to keep this Hamilton side out, as they do have a lot of attacking options.
Amani Shepherd and Anderson working in there. And I tell you what, let me give my little insights from this, because we had Whakalava on the other side. I think that attracted all of that defensive eyesight, released on the short side, and that gave room to move for Amani Shepherd to dot down and give Hamilton just a little bit of room to move. 7-5. Georgie?
Yeah, that's just coaching at its best. Like, all the attention was on her. They expected her to come, and then the old little change up, switch out straight away when the defense was tight. Beautiful. She went in without even a person around her, just put it down nice and easy.
Yeah, we do know though that Westlake, they may be down by 2, but they can score anytime, anywhere. 33 peel play here. No, they don't. They check back on the inside. I like that. They even tricked me. I thought they were going for the peel, but instead they looked for the wider pass and then found a hole on that inside channel.
Yeah, that's a great play. And this is something that I just thought I was watching maybe one of the PTL games, because that's something the Northern Strikers were playing at all the time. 32 long, follow back in.
Yeah, some great work here by both teams. We can see Hamilton just driving up the field. Here they are, the midfield. Our cameraman is a bit off at the moment, but that's okay. They're back on the field now with Hamilton girls. They're heading out. The mid now has ball. They can't find the gap though. So they'll be sitting from here. With our Hamilton side, there's some good defense being put up by Westlake. This will be the last. There's a touch there called by Westlake, so some very good defense. We now have Anderson ball in hand. She looks for the long ball, and it's a good long ball. 2 touched by the Westlake winger, only just though.
Yeah, penalty called, potentially, didn't see what it was, potentially a forward pass, but Westlake girls now right in the far side though, pressure on by Hamilton girls, looking to get that release so they can get over to the sub box and get fresh pairs of legs on. Great interplay by the 2 Westlake girls there. Hang on 1 second, I spoke too fast. Caleb Downs has picked up little forward pass.
Oh, I thought it was a good pass, and it was exactly what Georgie was talking about as well. Will they throw that extra little pass knowing that Hamilton are only sending 1 defender up? I thought it was beautifully timed and beautifully shaped. Ref didn't think so though, so Hamilton now with Amani Shepherd on the field looking to attack. They've also got Linnea Cardina, who's been very strong in that first half. She's been a very good link player for them. Whakalelu now with ball. Can she get another one? No, she can't. So very good defense put in there by Westlake. Not only that, but they'll be getting the penalty. Georgie, what was that for?
Yeah, the penalty will be a forward pass off the ruck there, trying to get the advantage, a quick play into her hands, but yeah, didn't get her into an onside position. Forward pass. Here we go. Nice drives here, working their way to the box. This is good, nice momentum. They're running out of players though. Keep going forward. I think they just need to get back in the grind.
Yeah, that was great yards. Holly Williams taking it upon herself. As we see a release, play on called. Winger cannot catch it. Unfortunately, lets Hamilton girls off the hook. As we see them now get an opportunity, put a little bit more pressure on, try and extend their lead out. They're up by 1 at the moment. Nice drive and yards through the middle. That is outstanding. They'll look to get up a good platform off the back end of this. Still working right on that 7 metre line. Little quick play. Referee's definitely going to call that. Yep, they were just hanging on that goal line, Westlake girls. So great opportunity now for Hamilton girls.
Yeah, as we can see, we have Eremia and Anderson in the middle. Can she dive down through the hole? She was hoping to catch that mid offside. Unable to do so, but what I like about it, it has tightened up this Westlake defence, opening up those outside channels. Will they look to take advantage of that right now? I think they do. They don't need it though, because that inside channel was on, and that just come down to straight pace. Talk us through that try, Georgie.
Yeah, what I saw was a quick dump there on the Bunnings Warehouse replay, drawing them up. Here we go, straight off the deck and going to the option. Looking like that 33 peel once again and going for the change-up.
Yes, great way to just stretch that lead back out to 2 for Hamilton Girls. Westlake now 2 behind, just over 7 minutes to go. Yes, very good. They managed to get that penalty in there. Just too much in the ruck for this Hamilton side.
Yeah, nicely played out there. Cameron Wooten, the match official referee on field at this stage, just picked that up. These guys have been refereeing as a group together so well today and during the other games, as we see Westlake, Holly Williams just trying to have a little to tack, see if she gets the play on call. Not called. Hamilton Girls, good defence. Just drawing them out, looking to get a flat line defence. Opens up, still on that open side. Room to move. I think we saw Eremia Allen make that touch. Great work. She does have a nice stretched frame which allows her to get that long arms, just like myself. That's been a plus to my game. Not so many in the other parts of the game, but that's one of my good parts. Holly Williams again. They'll look to bounce out on the open side. Room to move, space if they can get to the winger, which they do. Great dot down. Look out, here comes Westlake.
And just a well-structured, well-coached side, turning field position into tries. Great work by Westlake. Again, Holly, she had probably had 2, maybe 3 quickies there, and you'd expect them to give her back the ball, especially that close to the 4th or the 5th, because she is deadly with ball in hand.
Yeah, I think that was a planned attack, Kimmel, in regards of a sequence play. They keep all the attack to the left side, looking for that other quickie, and then that bounce out once again. They call it OZ in your world, or tricks in the Bay of Plenty as well, as I used to call it in the past.
Yes, but here we have Hamilton in great attacking position, and we know what they can do with ball in hand. 5.5 minutes to go. They're up by 1. They'll be looking to stretch that lead. They need to against this Westlake side, because we've seen they are very strong. Good defensive policies by Westlake. She needs to get out though. Great cover defense. Some very beautiful defense they put in by Westlake. Textbook stuff.
Yeah, working in connection there. When one goes, the other goes, and then the next phase, the next one goes, and then the other one goes. But they're going to the sub box and handing the ball over. That's not the way it goes right now for Westlake.
No, but we have seen that Westlake very good defensively, so hopefully they can back that set up with another good defensive set. Holly Williams made sure she got on the field because she could tell that some of her players might have been tired. Good leader to have out on the field as well.
Yeah.
Hamilton now looking to go outside. The winger has to run a banana line, which isn't what you want, because it takes longer to run banana than it does to run straight. Grant, talk us through the try.
Yeah, that's just good. Eyes up, I believe. Anderson there again releases off to the link. Caught the outside. What we've seen on this side, they keep coming to this left side, because I just feel Westlake are a little bit tighter in, and they're starting to bear a little bit of fruit from this one down on that side.
Yeah, it's all the damage they've been doing in those 33 plays, so they have to be tighter, and they're looking out to the opposite side, and when they do that change-up play, not giving that 33 and going back out, yeah, they're found wanting, and they've got it down to perfection with the execution, so it's really good play. Oh, here's the backdoor play. I've seen this play with the Hawks, North Harbour Girls once before.
And it looked like it was on too, but the space was actually on the outside with the winger. So unfortunate there. They do get the penalty though, so it's a repeat set. Just under 4 minutes to go, so ample time to be able to get back in this match. They're only 2 touchdowns down, hoping to catch that mid offside, unable to do so though. So Westlake, they'll take 2 there. This will be leading into 3. They have a backdoor sweeper coming around. Yes, she is through. Made it look easy. Just front foot action for Westlake. Talk us through it, Grunter.
Yeah, that was the lead up from Charlie Foster. Just the play before, just again stretching and creating space on the short side. Just opened up, brought the player around on the sweep. Great dump, which set the platform to give so much space. That other defender could not get back there, and she just waltzed in.
Yeah, and Jeremia Allen, usually very, very strong on defence, but that's what happens when you have to defend multiple sets on your line. Gets harder and harder. They have brought Amani Shepherd on the field, though, who's very strong. And Whakalelu, is they going to give it? Throw the long ball out to the wing. Well read this time by Westlake girls.
Yep, I think that was potentially just a little bit of a bailout there. They didn't get their structure quite right on the play. Looking to set it again. Gets the ball here. We have got a great diving touch. Holly Williams, she says, we can't give you another one. We've got to get in there and stop this. And she just takes the lead, gets a penalty now, gets them another 10 metres forward for the referee. And now they'll just get set for their platform. Westlake gives the extra release. Down, ball down. Play on, little bit tough, caught around the ruck edges. Great call by the referee.
Hamilton, they don't want to be doing this. With only 2 minutes left in the game, they're only up by 1 point. They're giving Westlake more than enough opportunities here to level this game up. And Westlake, we know they can attack. So they're just hitting this inside channel. We have Charlie Foster, who we know is a very, very strong player. They give her the quickie. No, they don't. They play the OZ on the outside. Do they have the gas? Yes, they do.
Again.
Westlake girls draw the game up 9 apiece. Some beautiful work here put in by this Westlake side. Only in a minute and a half to go. We could possibly go into a drop-off here in this girls' final.
Yeah, great play there. Structured. They were watching Charlie Foster all the way, and they forgot that we had Bri Hadfield out there. She's done it all game, gets that outlay and puts it in there. What I'm impressed with, I'm just looking at the two boxes, so calm and relaxed. Georgie, are you seeing this?
Yeah, I'm seeing this, and they've been here before, you know what I mean? So they're just going through the motions, they're trusting the processes. Here we go. With a minute to go, it's all action. Ooh, ducking and diving. Bit of razzle-matazzle.
Yes, here we have Hamilton. It's nearing their last touch. They'll be looking to set a good platform here. Can they do it? Oh, and Westlake give away a penalty late in the touch count. It's looking like the last 36 seconds, it'll be Hamilton ball right on their 7 metre. They'll be needing to show us some very, very good defence here if they want to take this game. Jeremia Allen nearly in with the try there, unable to turn it into points.
If there's anyone I want on now, from what I saw through the PTLs, is Jeremia Allen. Her length on the dive, quickie play has been great. Also seeing Marawa Simpson out here, and here we go.
They're calling the touch.
Touch called. Great defence. Westlake girls are running down. Not long. Keep a listen out for that hooter. Jeremia Allen with the ball.
That should be game there.
Yes. Here we go. We love this. Georgia, are you around there?
Oh, mate, I'm just checking out my nails. I've been biting. This is what we wanted to see. This is the drop-off, and this is where you put your knowledge into play. Kimmel, talk us through how this drop-off works.
So here's what's going to happen, guys. After this great performance put on by both these teams, they're going to get a minute's break. And then when they come back on the field, whoever had the tap-off in the second half, they will have first hands on ball, and it's almost like extra time. So you play extra time for 2 minutes with 4 players on both sides. As soon as that 2 minutes done, you get 1 player off from each side, and then after that it's golden point. First person to win, they win the match.
Okay, a quick quiz question for you, Kimmel. If it's 2-1 after 2 minutes, what happens?
Whoever's got the 2 points, they take the gold medal, mate. That's how we're playing touch in this day and age. Both teams look very relaxed though. I mean, I am on the edge of my seat. I am biting my nails. I am almost close to screaming. It looks like Hamilton girls are going to have first hands on ball.
And if you go with odds, if you start off with the tap, you are in the favourable seat when it comes to the drop-off.
Yeah, and you generally, in drop-off format, you want to get your quickest players on the field because you have more space to work with. That's generally how we like to play it. We've got Holly Williams, nice defence there. Girls high, looking to hit these middles. Then they'll try and get out wide. Yes, they do. We've got a scoop here by Anderson. Has she got the pace to get around her player? We've got 1 player on the ground. We've got a shutter here. They make the touch.
Wow, what a scramble. They were here, there, everywhere. Diving from the left, diving from the right with a couple of plays left, going wide.
Hamilton unable to turn it into the points. Not only that, it's a touch and pass. So it will be a penalty to this Westlake side. Great defensive work put on by them. It is so hard to defend 4-on-4 with this amount of space on the field. As you can see, girls are having to run. Lungs are going to be pumping. This is when you want to get some fresh legs on.
It is vital in this one. They've just done a huge set defensively. Holly Williams will probably stick in there, but they need that freshness, because if they don't score, this is going to be a tough one to defend again. They'll be looking for a just overs play. Try to get that 3-on-2. Foster releases open. Not ball goes down. Referee
I thought
says
they might
no
have got
play.
a replay there. I think I would have liked an earlier pass from that dummy half position. They had numbers on the left. Hamilton, they'll be happy with this outcome. We're almost done with the 2 minutes, only 15 seconds left. Hamilton hot on the attack. If they could score here, it's looking like they will take the gold medal. They've got space on that right side. What are they going to do? They're going to sit here on the left. Amani Shepherd has ball in hand. No touch on the hooter. Hamilton will take this match. That is game over. Hamilton win it. 10 points to 9. What a performance put in by both these sides. Grant, your opinion?
I'm out of breath. I'm not sure what to say. That was outstanding. That just went end to end, 2 minutes, and for that to go on that call, right on the buzzer, all I can say is that is how the game goes sometimes. How good, how strong for this Hamilton girls team to keep their heads under this pressure. I know they've been in these situations probably before, but that is an absolute outstanding. But let's give props to that Westlake girls. That was tough. They were in that the whole way.
You could not pick who was going to win that game at any point in the match. You actually needed that final hooter to go before we knew. I mean, an amazing performance put on by both sides. And, I mean, you have to understand how hard it is to defend with only 4 players on the field in amongst this much space. Take your hat off to the coaching staff of this Hamilton side. They did an amazing job at shaping these ladies into the team that they are. But Westlake as well, they were in it. It was an arm wrestle from top to bottom. I mean, to go that deep into this tournament and not come out with the gold, you have to be disappointed, but you got to be happy with the way you ended up playing the game.
Yeah, and that'll come down to reflecting well down the track. It's something that I think about. Right in the motion, it's tough to take, but when they reflect on that, and they might get a chance to look back at this, and what the coaching staff will do is just go back to how unbelievable these two teams played through this term, the way that they put on a show and a spectacle, not only for themselves and their friends in the whānau, but all of the people around the grounds that are in here to watch this game. Man, that was just amazing.
Yeah, and what a spectacle it was. I mean, it was well deserved of its title. This is the women's New Zealand Secondary Schools a final gold medal, silver medal match. Hamilton end up taking it out. Westlake, unfortunately, don't come out with the dub, but they can hold their heads up high. What a performance. You can tell they gave it everything that they had. It was an outstanding performance by both teams. I mean, I'm still breathing in and out. That's how exciting this match was. I love it when games go in to drop-off format. What are your thoughts on the new rules with this drop-off format to begin with, Grant?
I think it puts heat and pressure onto these teams straight away. It's a great spectacle for the crowd. I really like it. I think it's an awesome platform for going into those drop-offs. It keeps the intensity nice and high, gets us into a position like that. As we see Georgie getting down on the field there. Kimo, what's he doing there?
Yeah, he's found us some players. Georgie, talk to our people. Let us know how they went.
The road between the thorns in the middle, guys. What a game of the tournament. Played with true grit, true spirit, a showboat skill out there, great deal of honesty. One pulled a lie out there, but everyone sideline thought it was a touch. Camera thought it was a touch, but these girls out there told us how touch should be played. I'm here with Charlie Foster, the captain of the Westlake team. She's put her heart and soul into this game, and we are very proud of what you did for us today. How did it feel, my friend?
I actually felt out there. Like, that game was clean, fun, fast, and I think it's everything a girls' final should be. So I was pretty happy with that performance. I think we put on a show, both teams, and I'm happy to go back and watch that.
Yeah, you'll be surprised how good it was. You'll know the result, but edge of your seat. And we talked to the young lady who had one eye. How did she perform out there?
With one eye, she was pretty good. I was expecting Mary or someone to run at her on that side where she couldn't see, but nah, she's a fighter and she came through for us. So I'm real proud.
Nice. And that game was sort of a coaching battle. What would you like to say about your coaches today?
They've started this campaign 5 years ago when I entered Westlake, and I think there's nothing more they could have done. That game could have gone either way. It was just the last try and they got it, and that's what it is. But I don't think anything more the coaches could have done. They put their heart and soul into our team, and it was mean being under them for 5 years, so real happy.
Awesome, great words. I'm not going to hold you up anymore. I'm going to let you go with your team and sort of give them cheer, give them hope about how well they did and what they did for the sport today. So congratulations on the effort out there. Cool, and we're looking upstairs here on my tippy toe with Mary Ellen. What a game, what a victory, back-to-back titles. How does that feel?
Honestly, it feels phenomenal. I feel like both teams were such a young team, and coming back off the back of such a tough year for everyone with so many burdens coming onto our shoulders, I think it was such a big step up for everyone to come back to play the sport we all love and to see such good supporters. I think the highlight was probably just to see such strong women playing on the field and seeing so much young talent coming through.
Oh, awesome. Talk about strong women. The referees let the game get really physical, but good physical. Whakalelu, tell us about her magic.
Oh, absolutely. They's probably been one of my best friends for the past 4 years. We grew up playing together. All our Hamilton girls have been through all the ranks and Waikato and all of that. So I think she's very blessed, and all the things she does in her life with sporting, schooling as well, and she's got such a supportive family, which is such a good thing to have behind you.
How good. Have you been to Toastmasters? You're such a good speaker, my friend. This is really cool. Here, you take the mic.
Oh.
No, so what do you want to say to your coaches and all your supporters?
Big to Holly, Morgan, Pani, everyone who's been supporting us through all the years. I think it's so cool to have such legends backing us, from touch blacks to Waikato play to even just schooling play. Good to see knowledge coming through different ages and different genders, so super cool.
Nice work. I'll let you go and congratulate you with your team, but I want to take this moment, guys, because there was some really good stuff out there on the field in skill set, but most of all in awhi and stuff off the field, the camaraderie and good gamesmanship in that final. Would you agree with me?
Totally.
Touch.
What a game.
Awesome. Later.